what's up everybody? I'm John Griffin.
I'm Lynn.
And you're watching the Alter Ego Report. Today we're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Spoiler free.
Of course spoiler free. We're not animals. No, of course not. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is the follow-up to the smash hit Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, where Marvel said, hey, I bet we can take a bunch of characters nobody's ever heard of and make them A-listers. And they've done that. Just like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Volume 2
does not disappoint.
Is right on the money. It's fantastic.
It's fun.
It may not be quite on the level of the first one. I may have just a hair underneath it.
It's great. It's not phenomenal.
No, you're right. Yeah, not phenomenal. The first one kind of blew the doors off of everybody, almost like Iron Man 1, where it was new, it was fresh, and so
unexpected.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's a good way to put it. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is still fantastic. All the characters you know are back, and we added a couple of new ones, but mostly the movie focuses on Chris Pratt's Star-Lord, Peter Quill.
He is Star-Lord.
Of course he is. This movie really focuses on the relationship between Star-Lord and his father, played by Kurt Russell, and you also get a lot of character development between all our other supporting cast, as far as
Nebula.
The more Nebula, you really get a chance to see what their childhood must have been like under Thanos, and
get a feel for the tension between them.
Right.
Caused
yeah,
it.
they get a lot of screen time with each other, and it's pretty well done. Mm-hmm. Also, an unexpected friendship blossoms between Rocket Raccoon and Michael Rooker's Yondu, who gets a lot more screen time here in the first one. Michael Rooker is a crazy person. I don't really think he acts anymore.
No, I think that's just him.
Yeah, I think it's just him. They put some blue paint on him.
He's a great person.
Yeah,
from what I can tell.
I think they put some blue paint on him and say, hey, just
do your thing.
Go do your thing. But it all works. What I liked about this movie is I don't think that any of the humor misses.
No.
I don't think there's one.
It's on point.
Yeah.
And it's because of Drax.
You're right. Dave Bautista is a bit, almost like a revelation here. I really enjoyed Drax in the first movie. Mm-hmm. His character, just how he's
so much more this time.
He really was. He did get. I think he got all the best lines, but he also delivered them with immaculate timing. It's kind of amazing watching Dave Bautista kind of become this character.
He had this comedic finesse.
Am I too bold in saying that he might have better comedic timing than Chris Pratt?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I have to watch the movie again.
He's pretty good. Actually, he's more than good. He's fantastic in this movie. But let's not also forget the smallest and most adorable character in the movie, Baby Groot.
Yes. Ooh, he is so cute. The opening scene. I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything, but amazing.
It puts a smile on your face right off the bat, and Baby Groot is everything.
They took full advantage of that. They knew our hearts would melt.
Yeah, and it's every scene he's in. It's just fantastic. And they're probably going to make their
money back.
They're probably going to make their money back on Baby Groot merchandising alone.
Mm-hmm.
And for a good reason. It's too cute. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is what James Gunn does. He's a master storyteller. He's really great at mixing a ton of humor that just hits on every note, as well as a lot of emotional beats. And this movie has emotion
tugs at your heart.
A lot of emotion in this movie, and it does a great job. I feel like the humor was so great, but maybe they peppered one too many jokes in. Not that the jokes aren't funny, because I laughed. I promise you I laughed. But maybe when you were just starting to get like a little crescendo of emotion, they always kind of cut that off with a joke.
You wanted to cry. That's all you wanted. You wanted a tear or two.
One. Yeah, I didn't get one.
Like Guardians 1 gave us.
I did.
That opening scene.
Opening scene when Star-Lord loses his mother, I shed a couple of tears. And I didn't get that moment in this movie. Almost. They try, but it always was undercut by a joke. So I feel like maybe one or two more jokes than needed, and that probably would have saved the movie a little bit more. Also, I thought it was a little jumbled in the first half of the movie. I don't think you felt that way.
I didn't feel that way. I felt like every part of the movie, every part of the story had a purpose for reaching the goal. Everything that happened, you were like, oh, okay, that's why they did that. That's why
Right.
that happened.
But you're right on one end. Is by the time the third act comes around and we're kind of building to the end of the movie, I found like I was completely in the moment. I had forgotten all my little quibbles, and as I was taking my little notes during the movie, that was all out the window, and I was just sitting there enjoying what was on the screen.
Which was beautifully shot.
It was, especially on Ego, the planet of Ego. Nice bright colors, everything that you would expect out of a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So, like I said, by the end of this movie, I was totally in it. The acting is fantastic. Kurt Russell is
He's Kurt Russell. He's great.
He's Kurt Russell. He's great. I love Kurt Russell. He doesn't bring a whole lot to the movie. His character is what it is, but he does a fine job. Chris Pratt and Dave Bautista are all on top of their form. Don't forget Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel as their unsung heroes as well with their voice acting, and Zoe Saldana is great.
Well, I feel like I do see Cooper's facial expression.
They do. They have him
Rocket.
they have him geared up with
Yeah,
their
he
stuff
does a
to
great
catch
job.
it. So again, we both really enjoyed this movie. Maybe you enjoyed it a hair more, and again, maybe at subsequent viewings they'll flip flop. But I do like the movie. Maybe just not as much as the first one. It didn't have quite as much flair. I thought maybe.
Understandable. I give it a solid 8.5. I thought it was really fun.
I think 8.5 is a solid. I think I'm just maybe a hair under you at an 8, but again, it's a solid movie. I can't wait to watch it again and find little more Easter eggs and things like that. Speaking of Easter eggs, maybe not the best Stan Lee cameo, but definitely the most important. It's pretty amazing. And then also, don't forget to stay for 5 after credit scenes. All of them pretty entertaining. 1 or 2 of them might be something special, guys. Fingers crossed. I can't even talk about it. It's going to be fantastic if what I think is about to happen is going to happen. Thanks again for watching our review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Don't forget to hit the like button.
And leave a comment below.
And don't forget to subscribe.
If you like what you see, check out more reviews on movies, comics, and games on our website.
AlterEgoReport.com. Thanks, guys.